Yo, what's good, guys? So, the Mizkif OTK Adriana Lee situation has pretty much been resolved by now. OTK put out a statement recently saying that the third party they had hired did not find anything relating Mizkif to any cover ups or anything similar. On September 20th, OTK began the process of contacting a third party law firm to investigate the conduct and allegations made against one of our founding members, Mizkif. We proceeded to retain Jackson Walker LLP, one of the largest and most experienced neutral investigative firms in our state. The scope of the investigation was to determine whether or not Mizkif attempted to cover up or minimize a sexual assault allegedly committed by one of his former roommates. Jackson Walker was granted free rein to gather all relevant facts, interview witnesses, and advise OTK as to whether evidence supported the allegations. Mizkif was placed on unpaid leave for the duration of the investigation. And the one weird part about this is that I don't know if the law firm was able to get into Mizkif's phone or anything, because if the law firm didn't look through Mizkif's phone, then I think they're basically just using the same evidence that everyone already has, and that evidence is obviously not able to convict Mizkif on anything, and it'd be pretty bad practice on their part if they weren't given access, because then obviously it's going to be overwhelmingly in favor of Mizkif, because he didn't explicitly say to Maya to go over there and cover up the allegations. And the internal investigation jokes are pretty funny and all. I know Keemstar even made a meme about it, but the memes kind of don't make any sense, because OTK didn't do the investigating themselves. It was a third-party law firm. And I also always say it is innocent until proven guilty, and I have to use that here as well. Like, if this was a court trial or a case, Mizkif would walk away innocent. And there's just not enough evidence to convict Mizkif on anything beyond a reasonable doubt. I will say that I'm not sure if they were given access to Mizkif's phone or not, so that's probably a big deciding factor in truly knowing if he was innocent or not. It'd be kind of fishy if they weren't given access, because then they're just going off of the facts that everyone else has already seen, and by those facts, obviously Mizkif is innocent. But all the things that everyone is saying at this point is all just pure speculation and theories. And if we really want to go into like conspiracy theories, we can do that and just question the true intent of Mizkif. But there's really not going to be anything concrete. And by concrete, I mean either messages, texts, or a recording of Mizkif explicitly saying that he wanted Maya to go over there and downplay the entire thing. The only people that are going to truly know Mizkif's true intentions are two people, Mizkif himself and Maya. And obviously, those two people are never going to throw themselves under the bus, because it just wouldn't make any sense. They're both incentivized to have the same story. If either one of them have any opposing stories, it's just going to be a bad blowback for the both of them. Obviously, if Mizkif says that his intentions were to cover up the entire situation, then everything that everyone has been saying about him is true. He'd also lose his career, maybe? I think. He'd probably get kicked out of OTK and have his ownership bought out. And if Maya were to come out and say that she felt like Mizkif sent her over there to downplay and cover up the whole thing, she's going to be just as complicit and look just as bad as Mizkif does. Especially with her saying that she was also a victim of SA in her initial apology. And the angle that Maya has to play, and the question that she has to ask herself is, if speaking up on the situation is worth it or not. Is throwing away her career worth it for some random girl on the internet when she can just walk away scot-free? Regardless, if you look at the morality of the situation, it all just boils down to, is a multi-million-dollar career worth the truth? Plus, she also has to worry about her, I think, animal sanctuary or something. It's some project she has on the side for her animals. Because right now, there's still a career for her to come back to and salvage. However, if she were to come out and say, yes, Mizkif did tell her to go over there and downplay the entire thing, her career would probably also be over. I'm not saying that this is the case, but it is a possible scenario, right? We are just going into conspiracy theories. And obviously, we will probably never know the full details of this entire situation. And this is if we are just looking at it from the worst possible perspective and being uncharitable. I also saw people complain and call out the convenient timing of OTK making this announcement when they did. And I do agree with it being convenient, because they did post this on New Year's Eve. But there's also two other possible scenarios that could have went down. One, which is the first one, OTK wanted to bury this announcement and drown it under the wave of upcoming New Year's posts, kind of just brushing it under the rug, considering that it is New Year's Eve. Two, they just want to leave it behind them in 2022 and want to have a fresh new outlook and start for 2023, because they just recently also had another allegation come up involving another very important member. I think his name was Rich Campbell. I wasn't really following the case that closely, so I don't really know the full details. But 2022 was not a good year for them regarding drama. They had Mizkif drama and the Rich Campbell drama, which is two situations involving SA, and that's just not a good look for any organization or company. And the last scenario that I can think of, it's all just a big coincidence that they decided to post it on New Year's Eve, but I highly doubt this last scenario because, look, they're social media influencers. They should know the implications of them posting the announcement at a time like this, especially when a lot of people are waiting for it, or at least expecting it, and they know that people are going to hyperanalyze this. So I'm less likely to believe this scenario. And the statement also says that Mizkif has been suspended from his board duties effective immediately, but I'm pretty sure they'll bring him back on board in 2 to 3 months when all this heat dies down. I wouldn't bet on it being permanent. In fact, I bet Mizkif is thrilled that he doesn't have to be on board. He doesn't seem like the type of person to even be that business savvy. No offense to him. But yeah, that concludes it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike. And if you want to stay notified every time I upload a new video, subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, thank you all for watching. Peace.